This time on Driveway Finds, we're back working on our 1956 Chevy. Wait, didn't we just say this?
Well, I mean, you blew it up.
It all started like any other 56 drive. I promise, I was taking it easy on that big block, just letting it warm up, cruising down the road. We were actually taking the 56 out to make a reel of us getting a Christmas tree. We were gonna have it on the top. It was whole thing. All right, wait, hold up. Before this next clip, I gotta tell you guys this. There's just something about the 56 that takes over your whole body, and you can't help it but smash the gas pedal to the floor. And it can happen at any time. Damn it! Why? Well, I think it's broken.
We're never gonna get our Christmas tree now.
Angie was right. Obviously, we didn't get our Christmas tree that day because the 56 had other ideas.
Wow.
We've never seen an engine strip all of the teeth off the lower timing gear. But it's okay, because we've wanted to put a new engine in the 56 for a long time. Well, I blew up the 56 Chevy, so we got to work on it again.
I think I should blow it up next time.
That's fair. Except it's going to be a little bit harder for him because the engine that we're choosing.
All right, gather around. I'm going to give you the story of this big block Chevy that I've owned for 3 years and only driven it maybe a handful of times. This engine started out in the world's rustiest square body. It was an engine that my friend said, hey, if you buy this truck, it comes with a really good Hickey winch and it's got a good engine. And I'm like, sure, it has a good engine. But the engine ended up running. I pulled it out. I loaned it to a student who put it in his jet boat for the summer. Then it came home, it got put on an engine stand, pushed off into the corner of the shop, and then me and Dustin decided that we were gonna throw it in this 56 Chevy. So our build with this was cheap. We ignored things. We closed our eyes when we took the cylinder heads off. We did all of that. But it ran phenomenal until Dustin blew it up. This is the 56 Chevy that I've always wanted. This, and I'm not making this up, this is my favorite one. And this one has that kind of allure, that condition, the condition that it's in, you're not afraid to treat it like a race car. This car through and through, me and Dustin had a really aligned vision like we always do on it. We wanted to keep it old school as possible, but we wanted it drivable. We wanted to be able to take it to events, crowd pleaser for, for car shows and cruises and stuff. We wanted a burnout machine. We wanted a street freak, and this thing was a hit.
We have some super exciting things happening to the 56. We're partnering with our friends over at Holley, and we have some awesome stuff in store for the 56. This thing has been sitting for almost all winter, but it's time to wake it up from hibernation.
We're so excited with the 56. We're finally gonna be able to put one of these on it right here. We're taking her right back to stock Quadrajet 780.
Oh yeah, we're pulling the blower off and we're just gonna throw it in the trash. We're putting a Quadrajet on this thing in a stock cast iron intake.
We were gonna put a 2-barrel, but the rebuild kit's the same and we thought we'd get more power with the Quadrajet, so.
Just kidding. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put two Holley Terminator X's on the 56. Of course, we're gonna keep the supercharger on it. That's what makes the 56. And this thing is gonna be awesome. I'm super excited to kind of update it, bring it to the 21st century. And yes, of course we love old school stuff. So the coolest part is they do look like dichromate, which is great.
They're really an attractive looking carb fuel injection.
It's carb fuel injection.
Call it carb fuel injection.
These things are great. I've put them on at work, and honestly, they work really good. We're gonna have fun tuning these things, and we also have some other plans for the 56. I blew up this poor big block in the 56. Now, we only have probably about a month until we're gonna go to a special event put on by Holley. So we're gonna go back to the junkyard to get another motor. We're not looking at ugly square bodies today. We're here for some newer stuff. So what we're trying to find is an LS engine, which came in GMC and Chevy trucks in the late 90s, early 2000s and beyond. This is what we're looking for. We're gonna try as hard as we can to see what condition these engines are in. We might even have to pull off a couple heads.
The first step is just visual appearance. This one looks pretty good. It's open up here, but how long has it been open? How much rain have we got? Second, it turns over. Maybe it's hydrolocked. Oh yeah. I think there's probably water in the cylinder, one of these. Oh, somebody already pulled the spark plug, and we got muddy, gross water coming out of it. So this is a no-go. We're just gonna move on from this one. This is not something we wanna waste our time on. Oh, dude, it's full of water.
We found this sad little LS on the ground already pulled out. So if we don't have to do the work of yanking it out, that would be the best.
I mean, for sure. Pulling an engine at pick and pull, I don't know if anybody at home's ever done it. You probably have. It's a battle. And we only really need the bottom end for this because I have a set of heads, and if it has a good bottom end, we're good. So I'm gonna start busting accessories off, and maybe we'll yank a head and we'll look inside of it and we'll know from there. Okay, pull it off. Now we're gonna see. Oh, put it back on, put it back on.
You don't want the inside of your engine to look like the soup you're gonna eat for dinner.
So unfortunately here at Pick and Pull, this is the case. Most of these trucks that would have the engines that we want, they're already pulled. So you know those probably had 6.0s or something desirable in them.
I decoded the VIN on this one, and it is a 5.3. Obviously we're not trying to get a 4.8 because why would we?
That's just lame.
So what do we want to do here?
It's never a good sign when you see water dripping out of the side of your cylinder head. That's over. Dun dun dun.
This is the first LS that we looked at today. And as you guys saw, every single other one is absolutely rusted to death inside the cylinder. So we're just gonna pull another cylinder head off. Why not? All right, this is cylinder head number 3.
Oh, it's good.
Okay,
Yeah,
and it's a 5.3.
This is sludgy. This is a great bottom end. Oh, it's good.
Oh, we actually found a good engine.
Yeah, totally good. So we're gonna buy this.
Yes. Let's take as much off of it as we can. So this might not look like much, but this is going to be the 5.3 with a 671 supercharger on it for the 56. Last time we got that big block from the junkyard. This time it's a 5.3 LS, and we're hoping for the same result. Fun, fast, and something that is going to blow up.
I mean, I don't know if we're ever gonna blow it up, but we're probably gonna wound it. This engine is gonna be an R56 Chevy at LS Fest, and it's gonna be in the burnout pit, and it's gonna be the best thing there. Guaranteed, whether or not this crank is laying on the ground underneath the 56 when we're done, and it's pushed up against the K-rail. We do not care. It is going to be exciting for you guys to watch.
And so that's the other thing, is we're purists just like you guys, but we do like LSs. And the reason why is because we can just, you know, push up against a K-rail and just do a burnout until either this thing dies or the tires do. So this is the 5.3 that you guys saw us pick up off the ground at Pick and Pull. But we're not going to use it in the 56 anymore.
We're going to use this. This is a 6-liter LS2 out of a 2000 Corvette. It's been a good friend of mine's. I've known about this engine for 12 years. It's been out of his car. I remember the story of why he took it out. The only reason he took it out is a couple of the threads that go into the block that hold the head down. A couple of those were messed up. So we're gonna put some time certs in there and fix this thing and put some studs on it and put a whole bunch of boost to it to check our work and see if we did a good job or not.
This is the engine that is going to accompany us to LS Fest. And
hopefully like home and to other things.
yeah, hopefully it'll survive.
Many years of reliable service.
We'll see what you can do, LS2. When we were initially diagnosing this thing and trying to figure out what happened, we did take the valve covers off and noticed that just the intake valves were loose. And I'm not talking like a little bit loose, I'm talking like really loose.
And you know what that could mean? Holes in the pistons.
Burrito's saying holes in the pistons, so what that's from is since the timing chain broke, the valve was sitting there hung open and the piston came up and just boom, ran right into it. So that's why all of these intake valves are bent, and it'll be interesting to see if there is a hole in the piston.
Or multiple?
Or multiple.
So as you can see, there's some witness marks here. So these babies slap those pistons a little bit. So it's okay. Be all right. This engine is still good. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put some different heads on it, maybe roll in some bearings, and we'll see how long this baby can run.
We are gonna pull the engine out of the 56 here, and I wanted to give you guys a tech tip. A lot of people do this to raise up their cherry picker. Sit here for like 100 years, your arm gets tired, it's super annoying. So, you could just do this. Have the valve open. Like that. And then you close the valve. And there you go. It's done. Jose's got a little project up his sleeve. There's something else going to LS Fest. So this is the first time Jose's looking at his new special project.
Secret project for LS Fest. Real-time reaction. It's not bad. Look, all the hubcaps in
Wow.
there. Electric fan.
Dude, look at this thing.
Oh, let's take a look at the gas pedal.
It's honestly like kind of amazing. Like someone had the wherewithal to keep the stock radio in it, but put like a push button start.
We can work
You know what? You could work with that. What if you made like a little platform
Yeah.
or something?
Or
That's
just-
actually not as bad as I thought.
Or a better gas. This is like a $2. This is like a $5 gas pedal.
Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought. The brake pedal's pretty weird, but it looks like it would totally work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of falling in love with this a little bit. I kind of really like it.
I love it. Oh, let's show them the engine. That's the best one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So this little courier is packing something. All right, there we go. Okay, exhaust wise, there's a pretty big opening right there, but you do have to turn the wheel.
You do have to turn the wheel back.
So wow, it has a muffler right there. Dude, you know what? I'm thinking that's actually really not a bad idea. I'm thinking you just keep it that way.
Yeah.
Honestly, this thing's, I kind of really like it.
I'm telling you.
It's kind of like, it's pretty awesome.
Look at all the room we're gonna get. We're gonna have so much room if we get rid of the HEI. if you don't need a distributor.
So, tell us, Jose, what are you thinking of putting in here instead of a small box Chevy?
I'm thinking of putting a LS. What other engine would I put in? Honestly.
That's true. This thing's actually a pretty nice truck. It's pretty straight.
Solid, all in color.
It's got an awesome little stripe down it. Like rust-wise, it looks pretty good. You just got to find windows, which I don't even know where we've seen Couriers. Wow, it has blue plates still.
Yes.
I'm loving that. I'm also loving this emblem. Also, I'm really thinking about the buff, too, is going to be amazing. This thing is awesome. I'm honestly, I really like it. I'm really happy that you're buying this.
I'm really excited. Look at this nice bed. Very functional. Wow. This is comfortable. This is not bad at all.
How's the gas pedal?
Awkward,
But doable?
yeah, we could totally do it.
So what do you think?
I think this is great. I could already see me driving it to Vegas. No power steering. I don't need power steering. This is great. I love white too. I like the color. There's plenty of room for a passenger. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be honestly really good.
So how do you think this thing's going to do on burnouts?
Hopefully really good. It has to.
It has to.
It has to.
Last time it was on the road, 1986.
Look at this. Give him a shot over here. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, wow, it is painted under here.
Those
Jeez.
brake lines. You know how much I love brakes.
Wow. This thing's really pretty nice under here.
Yeah, it's clean.
This
That
is
rear end
great.
looks like it'd take a beating.
It could take a beating. Yeah, it's a truck rear end, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Oh, it's a two-piece drive shaft. I thought that was a drive shaft loop.
Not for long.
You got free that? Check it out. The radiator already has the output and input on the right side. So they're already facing, they're ready for the LS.
Wow, so we're LS swap ready. Look at that. Look at that.
That one right there, and then this one right here. Wow, this is perfect.
It's better than we thought. Like, honestly, the first look of this little 75 Courier, this never usually happens when you're buying a vehicle. This is better than we thought.
This is way better than we thought. It's already so far along. It'll make it fun to just finish it off.
You know what's going to be great is when Brito sees it.
Yeah.
I think he's going to really like it. I think Brito's going to like it.
I think so too.
All right, we got the Courier loaded up. Jose?
That's very easy. Everything's been super smooth. I feel like this whole project is gonna go so smooth. That's the best part of it all.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be. This is going to be the 56's running mate to LS Fest.
I think it's gonna be great. It's cool because it can make whatever sort of power. It doesn't even matter.
All it has to do is just do burnouts.
Do burnouts.
That's
and,
it.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
all
be
we
fine.
want. And it has to drive to Las Vegas. That's fine though. That's not a big deal.
That's easy.
So on the next episode, you're gonna see us put even more than what's on this table into this 56. This is 56 stage 2. Like the first stage, but with a lot less chance of problems and death.
Obviously, you guys saw us, put all of our used swap meet stuff, things we found on the ground, parts we've had for years. That's all the stuff that was on the 56 before. Now, we're actually gonna make it safe and reliable.
We're not gonna have lap belts anymore. We're gonna have like an actual harness, an SFI certified, like not from the 60s with a big crack down the side of it, bell housing.
Yeah, this was our seatbelt before. When you remembered to put it on, it would actually do pretty good. This is just a lap belt.
I just used it to hold the door shut.
Yeah, a lot of times we used it to hold the door shut. That's another, improvement that we're gonna make. We have these awesome Simpson seatbelts, which, I mean,
Well, they're 5-point harnesses,
wow,
aren't they?
look at these things. So we got this.
They've got that
We
new
got-
seatbelt smell.
We got, that actually kind of do. We got this compared to our 1972 GM lap belt. Before on the 56, we were using the emergency brake cable mechanism for our drive shaft loop. Now we have a classic, a Lakewood drive shaft loop that's what it's actually made for. It's not made for an emergency brake.
Yeah, I mean that and all the stuff we're doing to it, we're just gonna make this thing more reliable and more fun. And we want to get this thing out there. We want to go to some events. We want to come to a burnout competition near you, wherever you're at. And having this thing, with the smooth, reliable power of the LS2.
Yeah, I'm excited about the LS2. That's going to be really fun. And, you know, just because we're putting all these amazing, beautiful parts on the 56, it doesn't mean that it's going to lose its overall feeling, right? The 56 is still going to be ratty. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be junky. It's still going to have its patina. You can't take the 56 out of the junkyard. There's no way.
And we're gonna be mean to these parts.
Oh.
We're not gonna, this is not, you know, your typical guy that's gonna buy this and, oh man, I better wax it before I put it in. We're gonna put this in. We're gonna do it all right, but we're gonna actually use this. The likelihood of this catching an exploded flywheel is much higher than the average guy that just puts it on and goes to car shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna drive this thing into the dirt and on the dirt.
Here's the thing, Holley. We're going to put these parts to the test. All right, we are your quality control. We are going to abuse these parts, torture test.
We're going to
torture
test.
We're going to torture these parts to death.
Yeah. What about all this wiring? Is this going to be hard?
Oh, hell, that's going to be nothing. I've dealt with more wires than this easily. And the cool part about this is I'm pretty sure that we are the first people to use twin terminators on an LS to control an LS. It's been done before on other engines. So I'm gonna have to combine a couple different wiring harnesses, but you know, we got like, what, a month and a half, something like that, I think, right?
And we have our secret weapon.
Oh, let's not forget Jose, who is gonna come in his Courier. I'm super excited about that.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he bought that Courier, it had a small block Chevy in it, which is already pretty damn cool. And he didn't even run it, didn't even try to run it. He's like, no, I'm putting a cammed LS.
Dude, that
it's
would
gonna
be
be
awesome.
fast. It's gonna be stupid fast.
So what's gonna be faster? I mean, the 56 or the Courier? That's gonna be another good Instagram poll. We're stoked to install these parts. We're happy that we partnered with Holley. They're super awesome. The tech support was great. All these parts came together. They really helped us out to figure out what we need, what we wanted, what we needed to upgrade, what we could keep. It was great. It was awesome.
It's always fun to work with like-minded people that have the same end goal, that get what you're trying to do.
Like, they get the 56,
Yeah.
right? Like a big, giant company, they understand the 56. They see what we're doing. They understand the patina. I'm so excited for LS Fest. We've never been. We've heard that it's totally awesome. We also want to take this thing on the drag strip, too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that, which means we also have to install the roll cage. Man, we're really cramming in a lot of stuff for this month and a half.
Yeah, we got a lot to do, but we can throw full weekends at it, and me and Dustin move pretty fast when we need to. We have to blood pact that we don't drive it crazy. It's hard, it takes you over. It's like you become possessed, it's like a parasite.
That's the thing about a car like this, when it's loud, it's fast, it just consumes your whole body. All of your decision making is just pushed to the bad side.
Yeah.
You're just stomping on it on every intersection, just, it doesn't matter. Passing people in traffic, Priuses, Subarus, Teslas, it doesn't matter. This thing's passing all of them, and it's just pushing black smoke out everywhere. It's not even a diesel.
It's not.
In the next episode, watch us put together the LS2 and throw it in the 56 as we get ready for LS Fest.